A way of life, a way of life, a way of life, a way of life.
Allah said in Quran 39 verse 10, say, O my slaves who believe in the oneness of Allah, be afraid of your Lord and keep your duty to Him. Good is for those who do good in this world, and Allah's earth is spacious. So if you cannot worship Allah at a place, then go to another. Only those who are patient shall receive their reward in full without reckoning. It's only when you are patient that you receive the reward of Allah in full. You know, the last time we've talked about the patience of Prophet Ayub. From his story, we should learn a lesson that Allah will test us if we call ourselves a servant of Allah. He will test us in many ways. Then, the one who could pass the test of Allah is always patient. How many of us will lose our children and still continue in the way of Allah? How many of us will lose our wealth and health and still continue to worship Allah? Today we are going to be looking at the patience of Prophet Musa with Al-Khidr. From this story as well, we will learn to ascribe knowledge to Allah only and keep patient with whosoever we are with. Now, the story of Prophet Musa and Al-Khidr, narrated by Sa'id bin Jubair. I said to Ibn Abbas. Now Al-Bukhari claims that the Musa of Al-Khidr was not the Musa of the children of Israel. Ibn Abbas said, the enemy of Allah told a lie, narrated Ubay ibn Ka'b, that he heard Allah's messenger saying, Musa got up to deliver a speech before the children of Israel, and he was asked, who is the most learned person among the people? Musa replied, I am the most learned. Allah admonished him, for he did not ascribe knowledge to Allah alone. So Allah revealed to him, at the junction of the two seas, there is a slave of ours, who is more learned than you. Musa asked, Oh my Lord, how can I meet him? Allah said, take a fish and put it in a basket, and then proceed. Set out, and when you lose the fish, you will find him. So Musa took a fish and put it in a basket and set out, along with his boy servants. His boy servant was Yusha bin Nun, till they reached a rock on which they both lay their head and slept. The fish moved vigorously in the basket and got out of it and fell into the sea, and there it took its way through the sea, straight as in a tunnel. Allah stopped the current of water on both sides of the way created by the fish, and so that the way was like a tunnel. When Musa got up, his companion forgot to tell him about the fish, and so they carried on with their journey during the rest of the day and the whole night. The next morning, Musa asked his boy servant, bring us our morning meal. Truly, we've suffered much fatigue in this our journey. Musa did not get tired till he had passed the place which Allah had ordered him to seek after. His boy servant then said to him, do you remember when we betook ourselves to the rock? I indeed forget the fish. None but Satan had made me forget to remember it. It took its course into the sea in a strange way. There was a tunnel for the fish, and for Musa and his boy servants there was astonishment. Musa said, that is what we have been seeking. So they went back, retracing their footsteps. They both returned, retracing their steps till they reached the rock. Behold, there they found a man covered with a garment. Musa greeted him. Al-Khidr said astonishingly, is there such a greeting in your land? Musa said, I am Musa. He said, are you the Musa of the children of Israel? Musa said, yes, and added, I have come to you so that you may teach me something of that knowledge which you have been taught. Al-Khidr said, you will not be able to have patience with me. Oh Musa, I have some of Allah's knowledge which He has bestowed upon me, but you do not know it. And you too have some of Allah's knowledge which He has bestowed upon you, but I do not know it. Musa said, if Allah will, you will find me patient, and I will not disobey you in aught. Al-Khidr said to him, then if you follow me, ask me not about anything till I myself mention it to you. After that, both of them proceeded along the sea coast, till a ship passed by, and they requested the crew to let them go on board. The crew recognized Al-Khidr and allowed them to get on board free of charge. When they got on board, suddenly, Musa saw that Al-Khidr had pulled out one of the planks of the ship with an axe. Musa said to him, these people gave us a free lift, yet you have scuttled their ship so as to drown its people. Verily, you have committed a evil, bad, dreadful thing. Al-Khidr said, did I not tell you that you would not be able to have patience with me? Musa said, call me not to account for what I forgot, and be not hard upon me for my affair with you. If someone does something against his oath due to forgetfulness, should he make expiation? The statement of Allah was that, and there's no sin on you concerning that in which you made a mistake. That was Quran 33 verse 5. Which means when we forget an oath made by us, and we've gone against it, then Allah will not call us for it. He will not account us for it, because whatever you've forgotten is not by your choice. So Allah will not punish you for what you've forgotten. If you make a promise to someone and fail to fulfill it because you've forgotten, then you will not be questioned for it. Allah's messenger said, the first excuse given by Musa was that he had forgotten. Then a sparrow came and sat over the edge of the ship and dipped its beak once in the sea. Al-Khidr said to Musa, my knowledge and your knowledge compared to Allah's knowledge is like what this sparrow has taken out of the sea. Then they both got out of the ship, and while they were walking on the seashore, Al-Khidr saw a boy playing with other boys. Al-Khidr got hold of the head of that boy and pulled it out with his hand and killed him. Musa said, have you killed an innocent person who had killed none? Verily you have committed a sin, a great munkar, a prohibited evil and dreadful sin. Al-Khidr said again, did I not tell you that you can have no patience with me? The sub-narrator said, the second blame was stronger than the first one. Musa said, if I ask you anything after this, keep me not in your company. You have received an excuse from me. Then they both proceeded till when they came to the people of a town. They asked them for food, but they refused to entertain them. Then they found there a wall about to collapse. Al-Khidr set it up straight with his own hand. Musa said, we came to these people, but they neither fed us nor received us as guests. If you had wished, you could surely have exacted some recompense for it. Al-Khidr said, this is the pattern between me and you. I will tell you the interpretation of those things over which you were unable to hold patience. As for the ship, it belonged to needy people working in the sea. So I wish to make a defective damage in it, as there was a king behind them who seized every ship by force. And as for the boy, his parents were they were believers, and we fear lest he should oppress them by rebellion and disbelief. So we intended that their Lord should change him for them for one better in righteousness and nearer to mercy. And as for the wall, it belonged to two orphan boys in the town, and there was under it a treasure belonging to them, and their father was a righteous man. And your Lord intended that they should attain their age of full strength and take out their treasure as a mercy from your Lord. And I did them not of my own accord. That is the interpretation of those things over which you could not hold patience. Musa was unable to hold patience with Al-Khidr, so they had to part. Two lessons should be learned from this short story. Number one, we are nobody before Allah. Musa was asked, who is the most learned person? He believed he was the most learned person, so he told them he was the most learned person, not ascribing the knowledge to Allah who had given it to him. So to him, he is far better than anyone else. He didn't know that someone is more wiser than he is. The second lesson is, if we should accept someone as our teacher, whatever he does, let's hold patient. The teacher should be able to explain why he had done that later on. If we have promised to even hold patient, then we shouldn't break our promise out of nothing. So, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please like our video, share and subscribe. May Allah bless you as you do.
Do you know what Islam is?